I love Christmas tree ornaments. They are my favorite. I have family traditions with them every single year, and so today's video is super easy but unique Christmas ornaments that you are going to run out and make today. So I have made a few rustic reindeers on my channel, but this one is definitely by far my favorite. So I am taking these sticks that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They come in a really large pack, and I'm just going to glue 2 together on each side. I go ahead and glue them at a stagger so that the top part of the sticks are the reindeer's antlers. And then I'm going to glue a stick across the top and then a dab of glue down here at the V to hold his nose together. Then I took this big red button that came in one of my Dollar Tree button packs, and I'm going to glue that down at the bottom. Once I get that glued on, all I have left here is a hanger, and so I just decided to use twine. I go ahead and wrap it in the middle, tie a knot there, and then I go ahead and hot glue it to give it some stability, and then this project is done. I just can't even tell you how much I love this reindeer.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile.
So I have never done any clothespin crafts before, so I thought I'd try these out for some Christmas ornaments. All I did was remove the metal pieces from the clothespins, and I'm going to set those aside for a different project. And then I took some watered down brown acrylic paint that I created myself, and I just went ahead and painted it on. I also decided to go ahead and just put a whole bunch of them into the watered down paint. That seemed to work a lot faster, and it just works as a stain. So once I have them all stained and dried, I'm going to go ahead and glue them with the opposite sides together. It gives it this really fun shape, and so I went ahead and did that with all of the clothespins. So I used an entire pack. I didn't use the entire pack for this project, but I decided to go ahead and just make multiples of them. Then I took some of this ink, distressing ink that I got from Hobby Lobby. This is the black one. I think it's a tiny bit too dark for distressing an icicle, especially since my watered down paint was kind of light, but I do like how it turned out. So it's up to you how dark you want to go. But the pack that I got had several different types of distressing ink in it, so you could definitely do a lighter color if you choose to do a lighter color. So once I get all of the ink distressed on there, then I'm going to go ahead and take this crafting wire. I've had this wire in my stash for quite a long time. It was just like some scrapbooking wire, but any wire would do here. So I'm going just to kind of eyeball a piece of the wire, and then I'm going to use my wire cutters and cut it off. And then I'm going to wrap it around my icicle. So I wanted to give this like a rustic look. So I just pinch it real tight. I wrap it around a few times, and then I'm going to go ahead and curve it up at the top for the hanger.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times.
So for this project, we're sticking with our clothespins, and I had several of these left over. So we're going to create a snowflake. I'm going to take 6 of the glued together clothespins. So basically, because it's 2 pieces, that is 6 clothespins. They're just taken apart and glued opposite of each other, and then I'm going to glue them into my snowflake pattern. Now you can put these closer or farther apart depending on how you want your snowflake to look. I felt like it was more stable, a little bit closer together. And I also think that if I made another one of these, I might try wood glue next time. I felt like the hot glue was a little bit hard to get it to stay as stable as I wanted. So once I have it glued together, I took one of these picks from the Dollar Tree and I cut it apart. I'm using one of the leaves of these holly leaves and a little bundle of the berries. I'm going to go ahead and glue it to our clothespins, and then I got these cute little buffalo check ribbons from the Dollar Tree. You get 4 in a pack. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down on the bottom, and then I'm going to add some more wire here at the top for the hanger. And then just to give it a little bit more stability, I decided to go ahead and glue a wood round piece that I had in my stash onto the back. That way I felt like the snowflake would not fall apart. And then once I did that, this is complete.
In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year,
I hope you're liking today's unique Christmas tree ornaments, and if you are, don't forget, go hit that like button so I know to make more content like this. And let's get back to the video. So for this project, I'm going to use another one of those wood sticks that came in the bundle from Hobby Lobby. And then I had this like blonde, it reminds me of raffia, but it's not stringy like normal raffia. So I'm not sure if you're supposed to unwind this. This was in my stash and I'm pretty sure someone gave it to me. So I'm not even sure where you could get this, but you could use lots of different things here. You could use just regular sticks as well if you didn't have this kind of raffia. So I'm just cutting it into different sized lengths here because we're going to be making a tree, and so I just cut several different pieces until I'm happy with the tree size. Then I'm going to go ahead and start hot gluing them onto my piece of wood, and then I just glue them one at a time on here in the pattern that I had originally cut out. This is a super simple project. You could pretty much use anything you wanted here. I thought that this ornament really kind of reminded me of something that would go in a nativity, and so I don't know, I think this would look cute even if in like an actual nativity scene off to the side or in the back. I don't know, I was just getting those vibes. You guys let me know if you get the vibe from this as well, if you think it kind of looks nativity. I'm just going to go ahead and keep adding hot glue here. Now you can make this however big you want. You could even cut the sticks down if you didn't want it to be quite as big. But once I get all the pieces on, I'm going to go ahead and do some distressing again. I'm using that same ink pack. I think I picked it up for like $11.99 over in the scrapbooking area, and there is like 4 of them, 3 or 4 of them in the package, so I felt like it was a pretty good deal. And I'll list all of the colors and what it is down in the description box. So I took one of these wood stars that I also picked up at Hobby Lobby. I distressed it, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue it to the top. Then I'm going to take a button, a little yellow button, and I'm going to glue that little yellow button into the middle of the wood star. I also took some of the same distressing ink and went around all the raffia pieces just to give it a little bit more distressed look. And then I'm going to take some actual raffia and I'm going to wrap that around the bottom just to give it one more little fun element, and then I go ahead and trim that off. I think the raffia is what really made me think this reminded me of nativity. But once I trim it, I'm gonna, like I said, add that little tiny button in the middle, and then this guy is complete.
hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you
I've really been loving my candy canes this year. I picked the plastic candy canes up at Hobby Lobby. They are over in the red and white section of their Christmas decor, and you get, I believe, 32 or 48. There's quite a few in the package, and they are 40% off. So I think it's a pretty good deal. I've made several things with them so far, and they're just super fun to work with. So this time, all I'm using is some Dollar Tree twine, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap the whole candy cane. I do go up the candy cane and I do come back down the candy cane with the twine because mine was pretty thin. So then I'm taking some of those holly leaves again from that same floral pick, and then I've had these in my stash for a while, but they are vase filler that came from Hobby Lobby. They were like frosted cranberries. I'm going to go ahead and glue one large one and two small ones, and then I took my favorite ribbon from Dollar Tree, just tied a little shoelace bow, tied the middle with some twine. I'm going to go ahead, stick it behind the berry leaves, and then this project is complete.
Angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and
So for this project, I took another one of those twigs from our package from Hobby Lobby, and then I had some greenery in my stash. I just went ahead and cut that down, and I created 3 pieces to add to my twig. So I'm going to go ahead and hot glue those pieces on in a, I guess, descending order. So big on the bottom, medium in the middle, and then small on the top. If you didn't have greenery, you could also use twigs here. You could definitely go out to your yard and use some twigs from your yard if you wanted to. That would give it a really pretty all natural rustic looking ornament if you wanted to go that route. But once I get the greenery glued onto my twig, I went ahead and took some buttons. These also came from Dollar Tree, and I just picked out some of the more neutral brown colors from the container. So I'm going to glue 3 buttons on the bottom, 2 buttons in the middle, and 1 button on top. Once I get the buttons glued on, I'm going to go ahead and take some of my Cashew Waverly chalk paint, and I'm going to dry brush over the entire ornament. Once I get that all dry brushed, I'm going to take a piece of twine and I'm going to wrap it kind of in the back towards the top for our hanger. And then once I get the hanger on, then this project is complete.
this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you.
I hope you enjoyed today's video. I love Christmas tree ornaments. I love making them. I love giving them. They are the epitome of Christmas for me. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start. And I will see you in my next video.
Beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh, making plans.